This particular segment that you're watching is about the days of Noah, and it's off of the Enoch commentary out of the Unveiling set. That's what the Tower of Babel is that we're trying to rebuild in this modern age, where we're trying to build our technological Tower of Babel with the one world leader that will come forth. And that's what Nimrod, this is a recreation. What we're recreating today is identical to what was before that flood. Jesus said, so is in the days of Noah, so also shall it be in the day of the coming of the Son of Man. One thing I'd like to point out about that passage, most people interpret that passage as meaning some calamity's coming, the Amaro's coming, the banking system's going to collapse, all of these different things. And all of those things are, it's true, it's getting bad out there. So got all these specific little bad, but in the days of Noah, that passage goes on. These are Jesus' words I'm quoting. This isn't Enoch. This isn't anybody. This isn't a man. This isn't any one of the prophets. This is Jesus. They were eating and drinking and marrying, and then the flood came. They thought everything was okay. They seemed to think that things were improving. In fact, Noah was out there in the book of Yasher. Noah was out there for 120 years. 120 years. He was building his boat, but he would go in and he would preach to them, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. And then in the end, and they were laughing at him. Oh, that crazy old man, he's coming up in here again. And he kept saying, the hour's at hand, the hour's at hand. For 120 years, the hour was at hand. For 120 years. No, that crazy old guy. He's coming in here, the guy building the stupid boat. They all knew about the boat. Right? So he's out there diligently working on the boat. There's no sign that this is going to happen, other than the fact that God told him this. And that his forefather Enoch had prophesied of these things. And Methuselah, his name means his death shall bring. His death shall bring the judgment. So the Methuselah died 7 days. When Methuselah died, it was on. Noah was out there building, and then after 120 years, and they were laughing, and you're stupid, but when the day came and the waters began to fall from the skies, and they were getting intense. This is in the book of Jasher, how it's covered. And the animals that weren't taken were all surrounding that boat. So the boat was in the middle. Noah was given specific instructions by God what to take. Take the animals and their kinds. God had given him those instructions are fascinating, by the way, from a scientific perspective. But he's there, and there's lots of animals still around the boat, and the people are coming, and the rain is coming down harder and harder, and they're screaming to Noah from the ground, let us on the boat, let us on the boat. And Noah comes forth from that window that's described in Genesis, at the top of the boat, and he hollers down to them, where were your fears 120 years ago when I told you to repent, that this day was at hand? But yet now you're standing out here and you're screaming to get in a safe place. And let us on the boat. Noah yells back to them, I don't think that's the way this is happening. You're not getting on this boat. So they ran inwards like a horde coming at the boat. And at that moment, the flood waters came in intense. The animals kicked outward, and chaos went every direction. And it says at that point, the boat began spiraling upwards. And it says that every creature on board cried out in its own tongue. And Noah, gripping on in that boat with his family, was holding on as the boat's rising. And he said, Lord, please remember us. Please remember me, your servant. And the next sentence reads, and God remembered Noah, and the boat rested peacefully atop the waters. Those particular clips come out of the Entities Unveiling set, the Unveiling Collection. More precisely, those are from the Enoch documentary, seen on the screen right there. That is probably, bar none, the most thorough breakdown of the book of Enoch that you're going to find pretty much anywhere. Also, in that collection, you got Entities the Beginning, which has wall-to-wall supernatural, not just talk about the supernatural, but actual clip after clip after clip after clip until it becomes redundant, the backdrop to a bigger story of the supernatural. You can watch 30 minutes of that one right here on this YouTube channel for free. And of course, the grand finale, the fireworks show, Entities the Unveiling. That set of 3 discs is probably, of course, all of my stuff, the strive is always to make it better than anything else out there, and even compete with myself to make it better than anything. There is nothing, and that was the goal. There is nothing like that set of discs. I'm Trey Smith. Okay, so we're looking at a blown up shot of what's on the rock there, but that's identical to today's cricket.
Oh.
He hadn't changed it. And the spider too?
The spider is still
identical to how he was with the dinosaur.
Yeah.
And the plants as well.
Some are a little.
I'd like to ask Jack one day, because there are sharks out there with T-Rexes, and these are both enormous animals. I'll show you a T-Rex in a minute, but these are enormous animals. Sedimentary layers of rock, like what you see. Let me pick this guy right here up. Okay, so generally what you see here with these, they're going to claim that these rocks are about 50 million years old, or somewhere there in those ballparks. It's going to be in the same range as the dinosaurs. So apparently, if I'm understanding properly, this was at a time period, bear in mind, where fish had not yet learned that they were supposed to be in the water. Back then, they thought, you know, because they would get stuck like this in herds, because they'd be swimming through the sand saying, hey, there's something not right here. There's something in the middle of Kansas or Montana or Colorado. And this is in the dead center of the United States. So you've got, this is like a little one, and you've got great big enormous ones, which is what Jack Horner found. A great big one, chock full, blood cells, blood, all sorts of stuff. And if you lay a piece of meat on your patio, it's not going to stay there for 65 million years. It will be gone. If nothing else eats it, it's not going to sit there for millions of years. Yet these animals are chock full, teeming, rich with soft tissues, and they're surrounded, like they're rolled up underneath the ground in clumps and herds. They're actually sorted under the ground by ecological systems. But I'd like to ask Jack Horner one day, I just always wanted to, and this is the guy that thinks that T-Rexes turned into chickens and he's trying to make a chickenosaurus. I'd like to ask him if it was the T-Rex that was down there and had invented some scuba gear to go down and swim with the sharks, or if it was the shark that had crawled to the middle of Montana and just forgot that it didn't have legs anymore. Because these things are all clumped together. Enormous sea animals and enormous lizards, mammals, sea life, all curled together. Much of it, if you turn around and look this way, much of it are the same identical animals that you got right now, today, this very hour. Only mammothly more massive in size. In fact, the word mammoths are enormous elephants.
A little bit lower elevation at the time. Pike's Peak was, I think, almost about half, as far as I know.
How did the mountains get up like that?
It's plate tectonics. Basically, what happened was, it's kind of odd because the Rocky Mountain range is actually in the middle of a plate line.
Okay.
Essentially, tectonic plates move around all the earth, and it's in the middle, which is really weird to find mountains in the middle of a plant, potentially getting.
Well, did it slowly come up?
Yes.
Very slowly
It's kind of
moved up.
If you add pressure on your fingers, it's going to force up.
Yeah.
It's basically the same thing. It's just essentially a relief of pressure almost.
Boy, that's an enormous mountain too. To imagine that thing slowly growing like that, because things normally go down.
Yeah.
Bugs that have got for that guy there, he's $64.99, and you can get something with big antennas on it. Somebody told me that these things come to life at night, and you can hear them tapping on the glass like that, like it's trying to. No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't do that. Those particular clips come off of something we titled An Atheist's Favorite Dinosaur Video. Just a little walkthrough of a dinosaur museum. Okay, I admit we messed with the tour guide's head just a little bit. It was fun though. You can watch the full version of the dinosaur walkthrough that we did, the Atheist's Favorite Dinosaur Video, over on GodInANutshell.com or on the God in a Nutshell Facebook, as well as other exclusive videos. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, which should be somewhere there on the bottom of your screen, both this YouTube channel and also over on the God in a Nutshell website. Bag of carrots for this deer. I hope that he would still be sitting in the parking lot, and sure enough, there he is down in there. Hello, I brought you some carrots. Got a handful of them. Okay. Here you go. I've got a handful of them. Okay, let me see if I can scour this wall without scaring him off. Here you go. Come here. There you go. Okay. Come on back. I'm cool. Not only carrots, I've got organic carrots. Oh, there he comes. He's coming back. He must have, when I told him they were organic, he must have changed his mind. I bought a whole bag of them. These are all for you. So, it looks like he likes the carrots. And Jurassic with the big chameleon. And that guy's no joke. He's right there on the disc. That is still the baddest, meanest dinosaur video that you're gonna find out there anywhere. Dinosaurs are not only redundantly proven young, but if you thought evolution could be debunked, this disc debunks it times 10, maybe times 100, maybe times 1,000. And also the infamous black disc, the Nephilim bonus disc. See, it's just black with a skull on a cover. It doesn't even have a title. It's so cool, it doesn't even need a title. But if you're going to start with anything, the Entities Unveiling set, which is on sale, at least at the point that I'm making this particular video, at least right now while I'm making this video, no promise later, is on sale right now with Enoch, Entities the Beginning, and Entities the Unveiling. Wall-to-wall supernatural on both of these discs here. Enoch, the best breakdown of Enoch that you're going to find, in my opinion, anywhere. And there's the cherry on top, at least at the moment that I'm making this little video here. Shipping is free. Wherever you are on the globe, just order it. It's our problem to get it to your doorstep. I'm Trey Smith. God bless every last one of you on the other side of this screen. There you go. So, he seems to like them. So, here's another handful. Come here. You want, okay, you got some more. Okay, hold on a second. You got some more coming. Hold on. Here you go. Here's another one. Boy, he's a happy deer too. Look, he's even got a little smile. He's got a little deer smile on his face. God is so awesome. These are amazing creatures.